Sorry to all of the artists them out there, Jamaican artists. Right now, I'm stop listening to every song with a man did. I don't want to play no song, I don't want to hear no song. I say, people forget gunshot, people forget. I don't want to hear no more of them songs. No more. No more. Jamaican artists no need to stop singing about killing now. Because this I get from bad to worse.
On the spot news media, we got the latest news. We don't care about the views, we just representing right. Put local news internationally every night. On the spot, wave that Jamaican flag from left to right. Let's get it right, y'all know the type. We ain't dealing with the hype, we make it take flight.
Yeah man, my viewers and subscribers, what go on. A blessed and wonderful Monday morning to each and every person out there tuning into On The Spot News Media. Now my peeps, you don't know how we do it over on this side each and every morning. We have to give thanks and praise to the Most High Creator for the preservation of life, because life is indeed the greatest. So in the morning, my peeps, I have a few stories to share with you, the regular members of Chan Public and also members of the diaspora. So please like the video, share the video, watch the entire vlog so you can get a full understanding and a better appreciation of everything we are going in Jamaica. So watch this now, my peeps. We're going to kick it off with some international stories coming out of Washington in the United States of America, where the United States Immigration and Customs Enforcement, people them we are talking about, ICE, says its agents have arrested a Jamaican fugitive in Philadelphia who is wanted in Jamaica for some fatal knockings and clappings. Yeah, man. Now, the criminal element in question is presently on your screen, and he has since been identified as 23-year-old Jeovann Anthony Forde. He was arrested by Enforcement and Removal Operations, that's the ERO agents, and U.S. Marshal Service deputies on December 17th, but he remains in the custody of the Enforcement and Removal Operations agents. The criminal element presently on your screen, identified as Jeovann Anthony Forde, was living in Philadelphia, but was reportedly arrested during a targeted enforcement operation without any form of incident. Now, the head of the enforcement operations agents, that's Director Brian Mache, stated that Forde's arrest should send a clear message to anyone who attempts to flee prosecution in their country. And he stated that, hey, you will be caught. So all the other criminals, them where they are Jamaica, and feel like say all is well, is just a matter of time. As some of you all would also state, time and God. Yeah, man. So we're going to kick it off in the morning here, down in the western end of Jamaica. Started off in the Westmoreland Police Division, where it's now considered to be the third most murderous police division. So this brother presently on your screen, a medical doctor identified as a young Naing, 57 years old. Forgive me if I not pronounce a Chinese name the right, but it is what it is. He's a 57-year-old medical general practitioner. He have his own private practice. It is stated that he also lived alone, and yes, I did say lived. Now, concerned neighbors alerted the police after not seeing him for a couple of days, and when the police them reach over him yard, they found his lifeless body with him throat well saka. Coming like one of them gritty pint knife there. With the blade gritty, like one of them type of knife there. The man them use and deal with the situation, well grimy, leaving the medical doctor lifeless. I know a whole heap of people know that brother here because him have a private practice in a Savannah Lamar, and him dead there for quite some time. He is a Burmese born man, but him live in Jamaica for quite some time. I know him there in Jamaica since 1997, so you know, say him there for a hot minute. It is said that he used to work in a Kingston first at the Kingston Public Hospital. Then he moved to work at the Savannah Lamar General Public Hospital and later at the Noel Holmes Hospital, also in Lucy, Hanover. It is said that up to the time of his passing, he operated a private practice, as I stated earlier, in Savannah Lamar. So, whole heap of people know the doctor here. And he will most definitely be sadly missed. But the police them say, upon their investigation, they see no evidence of forced entry into the home. So we there now I wonder if one of them crime of passion type of thing they go on right this about. And the Spot News Media will most definitely be updating you as it relates to the passing of the medical doctor in subsequent newscast. Yeah, man. And still in the Westmoreland Police Division, a 27-year-old Westmoreland female has officially been charged by the police with last week's fatal knifing of her 50-year-old boyfriend. It is said that the boyfriend attacked her after a breakup conversation. So the man never feel pleased, so he attack her, and it seems as if like she defended herself and knife him up, leaving him lifeless. Now the accused woman has since been identified as Danica Segree, unemployed of a Hartford district in the parish of Westmoreland. So the police them say boy them have a little interrogation session with her on Saturday, and she confessed to the crime. The deceased man has since been identified as Verman McIntosh. Him come from in a Savannah Lamar, right there so too. And the incident did take place on the 18th of December. So the police report stated that the male, that McIntosh, visited the female's home after a breakup conversation earlier that day. And it is said that that conversation ended up into a serious argument. It is said that the male allegedly became boisterous and struck the female in her face. And in response to him giving her a solid ace box, she allegedly grabbed a knife and knifed him up several times. He was, however, rushed to the hospital, but later lost his life from the injuries received by the knife there. So the police stated that the female gave a caution statement on Friday, confessing to his fatal knifing. Boy, may I tell you, the thing rough. I hope she get a good defense attorney who can prove the case, so that is a self-defense type of thing. Go on right there so. So make us see how that one work out, and we will most definitely keep you updated. Now the next thing that we are going to talk about. Christmas is basically 2 days away. And I know say everybody they out there buy up them little meat, then little piece of goat, little piece of beef, little piece of pork, a few chicken. I don't know if you have a nice big Christmas dinner and invite over all of the family them and for basically just will a joy. But whilst you're out there traversing the streets and I buy the meat kind, you have to be careful of who you buy meat from. Because the criminal elements, the knackies and clappies them, yeah man, the same old dirty kind of boy them. Them same boy they know out there a thief people goat and I deal with it in an unsanitary way and I sell it back in the streets for cheap. So don't make because a piece of goat or a piece of cow will value X amount and you hear them money I sell it for Y amount, you run go buy it. Them thing there will run belly. Yeah man. So they send catching the North Police and they send catching South Police. Them team up and go shut down what is believed to be a major illegal slaughterhouse. Which part? All the way over Big Lane in a Central Village. Yeah man. So Assistant Commissioner of Police, the man who in charge of Era 5, that's Christopher Phillips, stated that the illegal slaughterhouse was discovered near a dump site. He stated that the carcasses of several goats were seized on the scene during the police operation. So now we're going to hear from the Assistant Commissioner of Police, that's Christopher Phillips, head of the Era 5 Police, and also the man in charge of the St. Catherine North Police Division, that's Superintendent Hopton Nicholson. Both of them are going to talk about this illegal slaughterhouse with a whole heap of unsanitary meat where find itself all the way back in the streets. So again, my peeps, be careful. Now listen.
Christopher Phillips, the SSP in charge of Era 5, and I'm here with acting SSP Nicholson in charge of St. Catherine North, and some other members of the team from St. Catherine South also. We're here in the Bigley area of Central Village, a cross-border anti-predalising operation that the team here, where they basically uncovered a illegal slaughterhouse being operated in what I can only describe as a dump. Over 40 carcasses, 8 persons taken into custody, including a female. Now, this is absolutely terrible. The sight of it is unbearable. It's just unimaginable what we have uncovered here. And so we have kickstart a very aggressive type of investigation. We have called in all the other agencies, the public health, and all the other supporting agencies to provide further assistance with this investigation. One thing that is interesting is that these men are from all parts of Jamaica. We have persons here from St. Andrews South Division, St. Thomas, and in other parts of Kingston and within St. Catherine. It is just registering very forcefully, you know, what I've been saying over a period of time, that St. Catherine has become the epicenter for criminality in Jamaica, and it is something that we're going to be treating in a very decisive way, and we're going to kickstart, as I said, a very aggressive investigation into this one. I'll allow SSP Nicholson to speak further, you know, on what else was observed, and just to provide the public with some reassurance and the way forward in terms of how they conduct business for the festive season.
Well, thank you. We also recovered some stamps, some fraudulent public health inspector stamps, and we continue to appeal to consumers, especially persons who operate meat shops and persons who consume large amounts of meat and fresh produce, to ensure that you purchase from reputable sources. Now today we see the unsanitary conditions in which these carcasses were dealt with, and the public health inspectors have condemned it, and all the carcasses will be burnt. The persons will be taken in, and they'll be charged for breaches of the Public Health Act and also the Larceny Act as best as possible. We want persons to be vigilant, because whatever you consume this season and beyond, we want it to be safe. So be alert. If you have doubts, come and ask the police. The police will investigate and advise you accordingly.
And then, you know, some of the animals, you know, observe, the goats observe that, you know, they have the registration pattern.
Yes, we're going to be tracking all these. We have persons from the Predalising Prevention unit in the Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries. They are on way, and they will assist us in trying to track these animals to see where they were stolen from. We believe that all 40 of them or more are believed to be stolen.
And then, you know, what will be, you know, the outcome of the remaining, you know, animals, you know, the live ones?
Well, the Predalising Prevention unit will come, and they will seize them and take them to a place until the proper, the rightful owners are identified.
So we're going to take a few steps back and speak about the knockings and clappings that go on in the Garden Parish over the weekend. It go on in the wee hours of Saturday morning. Now, the St. Ann Police Division is now stating that a security guard is hospitalized after being conned up whilst intervening in a fight at an entertainment venue in the parish of St. Ann early Saturday morning. So it is reported that gunshots rang out sometime around 2 a.m. and then it was later revealed that the security guard get conned up by one of the criminal elements them. He was rushed to the St. Anne's Bay Hospital where he is receiving treatment presently for the injuries sustained. The St. Anne's Criminal Investigation Branch is presently investigating that particular knockings and clappings. Now the next thing that we're going to talk about, all the way over there in the Kingston Eastern Police Division, where the Member of Parliament for the Kingston Eastern area, and also he's the Member of Parliament for Port Royal, that Philip Palwell, says that the residents are living in fear of retaliation following several fatal knockings and clappings in his constituency. He says that there have been some violent incidents over the past 2 months, which we all know, of course, and the Spot News media have reported on them. And he is more speaking about the place where them find him slaughtered baby mother and child. We are talking about up in the Rockford community. He stated that 3 fatal knockings and clappings, including a double fatal knockings and clappings, have occurred in Rockford in this month. And also in November, the knockings and clappings after Dan Mendes and other strong top tier members were going in a Pleasant Heights. So Philip Palwell explained that these type of fatal knockings and clappings have created heightened tension in his constituency, but stated that the police are working to maintain some sort of calm. But over the years, my peeps, you see this politics thing in Jamaica. Me always say, boy, the Dans are certain top tier gang members. But not talk about the little knockies and clappies them. I talk about the top Dan them. They are always politically connected because politics and Dan goes hand in hand, because the politicians them use the Dans to secure their votes, which is more important to them than anybody's life. They could care less who will lose them 3 points in the place, as long as when election day, you go mark your X beside the head or beside the bell. That's one thing when we know for sure. Say politicians and Dans goes hand in hand. And in a tech, a rocket scientist for say that really enable a whole lot of them down here to rise and also to steer prominent figures in these politically affiliated communities. And then of course the trickle down from them being Dans and being some sort of untouchables under Sykes. All of that filter down And then the knockies and clappies them just continue to wreak havoc right across the length and breadth of Jamaica in these political garrisons. But I don't know when we as Jamaicans are going to wake up and smell the roses and see many of these politicians for who they really are and speak the truth about their true characters. Because people know, but because of the political links and the little political spoils, a man just zip for mouth. And basically I say, boy, as long as his family is fed, he cares zero. So anyway, so before we close off, my peeps, just get this breaking news here. So definitely have to add it to this broadcast. Really, really sad news. And it took place over there in the troubled, war-torn, crime-riddled Westmoreland Police Division, where this female are presently on your screen, who is said to be 7 months pregnant, end up lose her 3 points in a section of Westmoreland identified as New Hope District. She has since been identified as Latricia, and she was slated to give birth to her baby in February of next year. It is said that she was sitting on her veranda when she was pounced upon by 2 criminal elements armed with handguns who pumped several bullets in her body, leaving her and her unborn child lifeless. Boy, me I tell my peeps, the knockings and clappings continues. Now on the Spot News media will most definitely be making some checks in this one and update you in subsequent newscast. So condolences to the bereaved families, because trust me, the unborn child is very, very much innocent. We can swear for that. Yeah, man. So anyway, my peeps, remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned to On The Spot News Media as I continue to bring you fresh news and updates in subsequent newscast. On The Spot News Media. Yeah, man.